Alright YouTube, MCool40 here. We are pretty damn close to YCS Columbus this weekend. I'm giving you guys a Reinnovating the Gadget segment, but before I begin I have to give a shout out to the ZPop7. He's a good friend of my friend Paige Zitter, so a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. I checked out his channel. He's got some pretty decent content. He does a lot of local reports, things like that, and you know, I used to be a big fan of tournament reports back in the day, so I think you guys should check it out. Anyway, Dark World. Are you scared of it? Yay or nay? I know I am, but I'm dedicating my sideboard to that. Not all of it, obviously, because depending on what I play will determine everything. Dark World. Much like Dub K Dad said in his tearing everybody an asshole video about Dark World, play Tour Guide in it, yes or no. That's your decision. I've played Tour Guide. I don't like it. I'm still on the build from last format with Ryko and Fabled Raven. Just enjoy the build too much. But Drag Down to the Grave, best card that Dark Worlds have for them, is right here. It allows Dark World to be an entire control deck, and if you're playing another control deck, you should be able to keep up with them in that aspect. But they get to look at your hand, and they know everything that you have. So, guess what, guys? The biggest advantage that Yu-Gi-Oh's ever had is knowing what your opponent has, and that's why they got rid of note-taking. I still wish note-taking was around. You don't even know how great that would be right now. But how does this tie into gadgets? Okay, so Drag Down to the Grave also lets you see what your opponent has if they haven't already said everything, or if they're desperate. So this comes into the first side deck card a lot of people are going to play this weekend is Mind Crush. Mind Crush also works against Pot of Duality. It works against Earth for the search, just duality and things like that, you know. And it's very, very powerful. So Mind Crush is a pretty important card, mained or sided. I'm highly doubtful that people are going to main deck this right now just because of Dark World. And you really, Dark World can main deck this, but I don't think anybody else is going to main it, you know. So it's a game 2 and 3 card. But definitely a good card. And then the last card, Herp Derp, guys. Herp Derp. Gemini M's. This card should be played in 2s or 3s. Yeah, Dark World players could possibly side these out, but, you know, half of the discard engine in the game revolves around your opponent discarding as well. So, I mean, yeah, they can be all nice and everything and leave them in for your imps. Imps is probably the best solution for discarding effects right now, next to Gravekeeper's Visionary, but I do like, or Gravekeeper's Watcher. It's one of the two. I can never remember that guy. But I definitely think that imps will be a hot tech choice this weekend. Same thing with Mind Crush. So both of these cards are a counter to this. Just be aware of that. Don't know what else I can really say right now. You guys just got to be aware of Dark World. They are a very powerful deck, but if you control them before they can control you, you're going to win. So you just have to know how to control Dark World. So remember, guys, Gemini Imps. So that's it for my Reinnovating the Gadget segment. Really was pretty much a generic segment this time around, but you know, we need to play cards like these in order to keep up with the meta, and you know, you gotta have multi-purpose cards. So very multi-purpose. This one's a very singular use, unfortunately, but fuck, it's a +1. It's gonna get the job done. So that's it for now, guys. Peace.